Darwin would be confused by these stories. Sometimes evolution rewards the exact opposite of intelligence, and these people proved that making terrible decisions can accidentally be the smartest thing you'll ever do. 1. A woman in Chicago missed her morning commute because she spent 20 minutes trying to kill a spider in her bathroom with a shoe. Convinced that the tiny spider was dangerous and needed to be eliminated before she could leave her apartment safely, she arrived at her office building 45 minutes late, frustrated about her ridiculous spider battle and expecting to be reprimanded by her supervisor for tardiness. While she was still in the lobby getting her visitor badge because she forgot her ID during the spider chaos, a gas explosion on the 15th floor killed 3 people and injured dozens more in the exact area where she would have been sitting at her usual arrival time. Her arachnophobia and poor time management accidentally saved her life by keeping her away from a workplace disaster that she would have been directly in the path of if she had arrived punctually and gone straight to her desk as usual. 2. A man got violently food poisoned from gas station sushi and had to cancel his weekend hiking trip to the mountains, spending Saturday vomiting instead of climbing trails with his hiking group as originally planned. He was furious about missing the outdoor adventure he had planned for months and losing the money he paid for permits and supplies, cursing his decision to eat questionable raw fish from a convenience store. An avalanche buried the exact trail his group was hiking, killing 2 hikers and trapping the others for 18 hours in freezing conditions before rescue teams could reach them. His terrible food choices and subsequent gastrointestinal distress accidentally saved him from being caught in a deadly natural disaster that he would have been hiking directly into if he had made better dining decisions. 3. One woman accidentally set her kitchen on fire while trying to cook bacon at 3 a.m., creating enough smoke and chaos that she had to evacuate her apartment building and call the fire department to extinguish the grease fire she started through drunk cooking. She was mortified about waking up all her neighbors and causing building evacuation over her late-night cooking disaster, expecting to face angry neighbors and potential eviction for her kitchen incompetence. During the evacuation, firefighters discovered that a gas leak in the building's basement had reached dangerous levels and would have caused a massive explosion within hours, killing everyone in the building while they slept. Her intoxicated cooking failure and resulting fire department call accidentally saved 47 lives by bringing emergency responders who detected the gas leak before it could cause a catastrophic explosion. 4. A man missed his flight because he got lost in the airport parking garage for 2 hours, wandering around looking for his car while his departure time passed, and he became increasingly frustrated with his poor sense of direction and parking skills. He watched his plane taxi away from the gate while he was still searching for his vehicle, angry about missing his business trip and the important meetings he would have to reschedule because of his navigation incompetence. The plane crashed into a mountainside 30 minutes after takeoff due to mechanical failure, killing all 156 passengers and crew members aboard in a disaster that would have included him if he had been able to find his car and make his scheduled departure. His directional confusion and parking lot wandering accidentally saved his life by preventing him from boarding a doomed flight. 5. One woman stayed home from work with a fake illness because she wanted to binge-watch a television series instead of attending meetings she considered boring and pointless, calling in sick with elaborate flu symptoms she invented to justify her mental health day. She felt guilty about lying to her employer and worried about being caught in her deception, spending the day anxiously watching TV while expecting to be fired for her dishonesty and poor work ethic. A disgruntled former employee entered her office building with weapons and shot 12 people in the exact conference room where she would have been attending the meetings she was avoiding, killing 4 co-workers, including her direct supervisor. Her work avoidance and elaborate lie accidentally saved her life by keeping her away from a workplace shooting that targeted the specific department and meeting she was supposed to attend. 6. A man got arrested for drunk driving the night before his scheduled skydiving appointment, spending 24 hours in jail sobering up and missing his tandem jump that he had paid for and looked forward to for months. He was devastated about missing the adventure and losing his money due to his poor decision-making and irresponsible drinking, facing DUI charges and the humiliation of his arrest for stupid choices. The skydiving company's plane crashed during the exact time slot he had reserved, killing the instructor he was supposed to jump with and 3 other customers when the aircraft experienced engine failure and couldn't make an emergency landing. His drunk driving arrest and subsequent incarceration accidentally saved his life by preventing him from being aboard a small aircraft that crashed during his scheduled jump time. 7. One woman accidentally locked herself out of her house while taking out trash and spent 4 hours waiting for a locksmith, missing her dinner plans at a restaurant she had made reservations at weeks in advance for a special celebration. She was furious about her carelessness and the expensive locksmith fee, angry about missing her special dinner, and the money she wasted on unreliable memory and poor planning habits. A gas explosion destroyed the restaurant during the exact time of her reservation, killing 11 diners and injuring dozens more, when a kitchen gas line rupture caused a massive blast that demolished the building. Her absent-mindedness and lockout situation accidentally saved her life by preventing her from being in the restaurant when the explosion occurred. 8. A man overslept and missed his morning train because he stayed up all night playing video games, arriving at the station 10 minutes after his usual commuter train departed and having to wait an hour for the next one. He was angry about his lack of self-control and the consequences of his gaming addiction, expecting to be late for work and potentially disciplined for his irresponsible time management and poor life choices. His regular train derailed 15 minutes after leaving the station due to track maintenance errors, killing 23 passengers and injuring over 100 more in a crash that would have included him in his usual seat if he had maintained better sleep habits. His gaming obsession and resulting oversleeping accidentally saved his life by making him miss a commuter train that crashed during his normal travel time. 9. One woman got into a minor car accident in a parking lot and had to spend 3 hours dealing with police reports and insurance information, making her miss her scheduled appointment at a medical clinic for routine tests. She was frustrated about the timing and inconvenience of the fender bender, worried about rescheduling her appointment, and the delays in her medical care caused by her poor parking skills and inattention. A gunman entered the medical clinic during her appointment time and shot 7 people, including 3 doctors, killing 2 patients in the waiting room where she would have been sitting if she hadn't been dealing with her parking lot collision. Her minor accident and subsequent paperwork delays accidentally saved her life by keeping her away from a medical facility shooting. 10. A man ate expired milk with his cereal and got severe stomach cramps that prevented him from attending a concert he had expensive tickets for, spending the evening sick in bed instead of enjoying the music he had looked forward to for months. He was angry about wasting money on concert tickets and missing the performance due to his failure to check expiration dates and his generally poor food safety habits that led to his illness. The concert venue's roof collapsed during the show due to structural failure, killing 15 people and injuring dozens more when steel beams fell into the crowd during the main act's performance. His food poisoning from expired dairy products accidentally saved his life by preventing him from being in a concert hall when the ceiling caved in on the audience. 11. One woman missed her yoga class because she couldn't find matching workout clothes and spent 45 minutes searching through laundry and closets, arriving at the studio after the session had already started and the doors were locked. She was embarrassed about her disorganization and vanity, angry that her clothing obsession had caused her to miss the exercise class she needed for stress relief and physical health. During the class she missed, an electrical fire started in the studio's walls and trapped 12 students in the back room when the exit became blocked by flames, killing 3 people from smoke inhalation before firefighters could rescue the survivors. Her clothing indecision and lateness accidentally saved her life by preventing her from being trapped in a yoga studio fire. 12. A man got a flat tire on his way to catch a ferry and missed the boat by 10 minutes, having to wait 4 hours for the next sailing while dealing with tire repair and roadside assistance for his vehicle maintenance negligence. He was frustrated about missing his island vacation plans and the time wasted due to his failure to maintain proper tire pressure and vehicle upkeep that caused the roadside emergency. The ferry he missed sank in rough weather 30 minutes after departure when waves overwhelmed the vessel, killing 18 passengers and crew members who were trapped below deck when the boat capsized. His tire failure and missed departure accidentally saved his life by preventing him from being aboard a ferry that sank in a storm. 13. One woman accidentally double-booked herself and had to choose between attending a work conference or her friend's birthday party, ultimately deciding to skip the professional event to avoid hurting her friend's feelings and maintain personal relationships. She worried about the career consequences of missing important networking opportunities and professional development that could affect her advancement prospects and workplace reputation. The conference hotel caught fire during the main presentation, killing 9 attendees and injuring dozens more when exits became blocked, and people were trapped in the convention center during the emergency evacuation. Her scheduling mistake and priority choice accidentally saved her life by keeping her away from a professional conference that became a deadly fire trap. 14. A man got lost driving to a wedding reception and spent 2 hours wandering country roads with poor cell phone reception, missing the entire celebration he had traveled across the state to attend with his family. He was embarrassed about his navigation skills and angry about missing the special event, worried about explaining his absence to relatives who expected him to participate in the family gathering. The reception hall's dance floor collapsed when too many guests gathered for the bouquet toss, killing 4 people and seriously injuring 23 more when the structure failed under unexpected weight loads. His directional incompetence and extended detour accidentally saved him from being injured or killed when the wedding venue's floor collapsed during the celebration. 15. One woman missed her morning jog because she couldn't find her running shoes and spent 30 minutes searching her apartment, causing her to abandon her exercise routine and start her day late and frustrated with her disorganization. She was angry about breaking her fitness schedule and worried about the health consequences of skipping exercise due to her poor organization skills and cluttered living situation. During her usual jogging time on her regular route, a drunk driver jumped the curb and struck 3 joggers in the area where she always ran, killing 1 runner and critically injuring 2 others in a hit-and-run accident. Her shoe misplacement and search delays accidentally saved her life by preventing her from being on the jogging path when the impaired driver crashed into the area. 16. A man's alarm clock failed and he overslept by 3 hours, missing his scheduled hunting trip with friends who left without him when he didn't show up at the designated meeting time for their outdoor adventure. He was disappointed about missing the hunting season opening and angry about his equipment failure, worried about the money he had spent on licenses and supplies for a trip he couldn't attend. His hunting group encountered a bear that attacked the camp, killing 1 hunter and mauling 2 others when they inadvertently came between a mother bear and her cubs in the wilderness area they were exploring. His alarm malfunction and oversleeping accidentally saved him from a dangerous wildlife encounter that turned deadly for his hunting companions. 17. One woman got food poisoning from a restaurant lunch and had to cancel her evening plans to attend a charity fundraiser, spending the night sick at home instead of participating in the social event she had committed to supporting. She felt guilty about missing the charitable obligation and wasting the expensive ticket she had purchased to support the cause, worried about her reputation and commitment to community involvement. The fundraiser venue experienced a carbon monoxide leak that hospitalized 34 attendees and killed 2 elderly guests who were overcome by the invisible gas during the dinner portion of the event. Her food poisoning and resulting absence accidentally saved her life by keeping her away from a charity event that became a mass poisoning incident. 18. A man accidentally broke his garage door opener and couldn't get his car out, forcing him to miss his scheduled appointment at a business networking event that he considered important for his career advancement and professional development. He was frustrated about the mechanical failure and worried about missing networking opportunities that could affect his business prospects and professional relationships with potential clients and partners. The networking event's building experienced a structural collapse when a construction crane fell through the roof, killing 6 attendees and injuring dozens more during the main presentation when steel beams crashed into the conference room. His garage door malfunction accidentally saved his life by preventing him from attending a business event that became a construction accident disaster. 19. One woman missed her book club meeting because she accidentally locked her keys in her car and had to wait for roadside assistance, spending the evening dealing with her lockout instead of discussing literature with her reading group. She was embarrassed about her carelessness and frustrated about missing the intellectual stimulation and social interaction she looked forward to each month with her fellow book enthusiasts. During the book club meeting, a home invasion occurred when criminals targeted the house believing it was empty, shooting 3 book club members and killing the host when the reading group tried to defend themselves. Her key lockout and automotive troubles accidentally saved her life by preventing her from being present during a violent home invasion. 20. A man got severely sunburned at the beach and had to cancel his mountain climbing expedition, spending the week recovering from his sun exposure instead of attempting the challenging ascent he had trained for all year. He was angry about his poor sun protection decisions and disappointed about missing the climbing season after months of physical preparation and equipment investment for the mountaineering adventure. His climbing group encountered an avalanche that buried 3 climbers and killed 2 team members when unstable snow conditions caused a massive slide on the route he was supposed to climb. His sunburn and recovery time accidentally saved him from a deadly avalanche that killed members of his mountaineering expedition. 21. One woman missed her train to visit family because she stopped to help an injured stray cat, spending 2 hours at an emergency veterinary clinic instead of traveling to her planned family reunion gathering. She was conflicted about missing time with relatives and spending money on veterinary care for an animal that wasn't hers, worried about her family's reaction to her absence from the important gathering. The train she was supposed to take collided with a freight train due to signal failure, killing 12 passengers and injuring over 50 more in a crash that would have included her if she hadn't stopped to help the injured animal. Her compassionate impulse and animal rescue delay accidentally saved her life by making her miss a passenger train that crashed. 22. A man's car wouldn't start, and he had to miss his scheduled flight for a business trip, spending the day dealing with automotive repair instead of traveling to an important conference that could advance his career prospects and professional development. He was frustrated about the mechanical failure and worried about the business consequences of missing professional obligations and networking opportunities that could affect his advancement potential. The plane he was supposed to board experienced engine failure and crashed during takeoff, killing all 87 passengers and crew members when the aircraft couldn't gain sufficient altitude to avoid obstacles near the airport. His car trouble and missed flight accidentally saved his life by preventing him from boarding an aircraft that crashed immediately after departure. 23. One woman got trapped in an elevator for 3 hours and missed her dental appointment, spending her afternoon waiting for rescue instead of getting routine dental work that she had scheduled months in advance for oral health maintenance. She was claustrophobic and panicked about the confinement, angry about missing her appointment and the potential dental health consequences of delayed professional care and treatment. During her appointment time, the dental office experienced a gas explosion when equipment malfunctioned, killing 2 patients and 3 staff members who were in the building when the blast occurred and destroyed part of the facility. Her elevator entrapment accidentally saved her life by preventing her from being in a dental office when a gas explosion killed other patients. 24. A man missed his connecting flight because he got distracted by airport shops and lost track of time, spending too much money on unnecessary items instead of focusing on his travel schedule and departure requirements. He was angry about his lack of focus and the financial consequences of missing his connection, worried about rebooking costs and travel delays caused by his poor time management and shopping obsession. The connecting flight he missed crashed into a mountain during bad weather, killing all 134 people aboard when the pilot became disoriented in severe storms and flew into terrain at cruising altitude. His shopping distraction and missed connection accidentally saved his life by preventing him from boarding a flight that crashed in a storm. 25. One woman accidentally deleted an important work presentation and spent the entire day recreating it, missing her evening cooking class that she had paid for and looked forward to as a creative outlet and stress relief activity. She was frustrated about her computer skills and time management, angry about losing work and missing personal enrichment opportunities due to her technological incompetence and poor backup habits. The cooking class kitchen caught fire when a student's dish flambéed out of control, spreading flames throughout the facility and killing 2 participants who were trapped when exits became blocked by the rapidly spreading blaze. Her file deletion crisis and work recovery accidentally saved her life by keeping her away from a cooking class that became a deadly kitchen fire. 26. A man got a speeding ticket and had to attend traffic court, missing his scheduled volunteer shift at a homeless shelter where he regularly helped serve meals to people experiencing housing insecurity and food scarcity. He was embarrassed about his traffic violation and guilty about missing his community service commitment, worried about disappointing people who depended on volunteer services and support from community members. During his volunteer shift time, a mentally ill individual entered the shelter and attacked volunteers and clients with a knife, killing 1 volunteer and injuring 4 others before being subdued by security personnel. His traffic violation and court appearance accidentally saved him from a violent attack at the homeless shelter where he regularly volunteered. 27. One woman missed her spa appointment because her babysitter canceled last minute, forcing her to stay home with her children instead of enjoying the relaxation and self-care treatment she had planned for stress relief and personal wellness. She was frustrated about the childcare situation and disappointed about missing her spa day, worried about her stress levels and the money wasted on canceled appointments due to unreliable babysitting arrangements. The spa experienced a carbon monoxide leak from faulty equipment that hospitalized 15 clients and killed 2 elderly customers who were overcome by the invisible gas during their treatments in enclosed massage rooms. Her babysitting crisis accidentally saved her life by preventing her from being exposed to carbon monoxide poisoning at the spa facility. 28. A man missed his golf tournament because he threw out his back lifting a heavy box incorrectly, spending the weekend in bed with muscle relaxers instead of competing in the amateur championship he had qualified for through months of practice. He was disappointed about missing the tournament and angry about his poor lifting technique, worried about his golf ranking and the entry fees he had paid for a competition he couldn't attend. Lightning struck the golf course during the tournament, killing 3 players and seriously injuring 6 others when a sudden storm moved in faster than weather forecasts predicted, and players couldn't reach safety quickly enough. His back injury and bed rest accidentally saved him from being struck by lightning during the golf tournament, where he was supposed to compete. 29. One woman missed her evening exercise class because she couldn't find parking near the gym, spending 45 minutes driving around looking for spaces instead of working out as planned for her fitness routine and health goals. She was frustrated about urban parking problems and angry about missing exercise, worried about her fitness progress and the membership fees she was wasting due to parking availability issues. The exercise class she missed experienced a ceiling collapse when water damage weakened structural supports, killing 1 participant and injuring 12 others when heavy beams fell during the aerobics session. Her parking struggles accidentally saved her life by preventing her from being in the gym when the ceiling collapsed on the exercise class. 30. A man overslept and missed his scheduled scuba diving lesson, arriving at the dive shop after the boat had already departed for the underwater training session he had paid for and looked forward to as an adventure activity. He was embarrassed about his tardiness and disappointed about missing the diving experience, angry about his poor sleep habits and time management that caused him to miss the aquatic adventure. The dive boat capsized when inexperienced divers panicked underwater and caused equipment failures that led to the vessel sinking, killing 2 students and the instructor when they became trapped beneath the overturned boat. His oversleeping accidentally saved him from drowning when the scuba diving boat capsized during the lesson he was supposed to attend. 31. One woman missed her art class because she got food poisoning from questionable leftover pasta, spending the evening sick at home instead of attending the pottery workshop she had registered for as creative expression and stress relief. She was angry about her poor food safety habits and disappointed about missing artistic instruction, worried about falling behind in her creative development, and the class fees she was losing due to her illness. The art studio experienced a kiln explosion when pottery firing equipment malfunctioned, killing 1 student and injuring 8 others when superheated ceramic fragments became deadly projectiles throughout the workspace. Her food poisoning accidentally saved her life by keeping her away from an art class where a kiln explosion killed another student. 32. A man missed his hiking group because he couldn't find his hiking boots and spent 2 hours searching his house, causing him to abandon his outdoor plans and miss the nature excursion he had planned for physical exercise and mental health. He was frustrated about his disorganization and disappointed about missing outdoor activities, angry about his cluttered living situation that prevented him from participating in healthy recreational activities. His hiking group encountered a rock slide that killed 2 hikers and injured 3 others when unstable cliff faces collapsed on the trail they were following in the mountain wilderness area. His boot-searching delay accidentally saved him from being killed in a rock slide that buried members of his hiking group. 33. One woman missed her dinner reservation because she accidentally left her wallet at home and had to return to get it, arriving at the restaurant 45 minutes late and finding her table had been given away to other customers. She was embarrassed about her forgetfulness and frustrated about losing her reservation, angry about missing the dining experience she had planned for a special occasion celebration with friends. The restaurant experienced a kitchen fire that spread throughout the building, killing 4 diners and injuring dozens more when exits became blocked, and people were trapped in the dining room during the emergency evacuation. Her wallet forgetfulness and return trip accidentally saved her life by delaying her arrival until after the restaurant fire had started. 34. A man missed his scheduled massage appointment because he got stuck in unexpected traffic from a minor accident, spending an hour in gridlock instead of receiving the therapeutic treatment he had booked for back pain relief and stress management. He was frustrated about traffic delays and disappointed about missing his appointment, angry about urban congestion and the money he had spent on canceled wellness services due to transportation problems. The massage therapy clinic experienced a gas leak explosion that killed 2 clients and 3 therapists when equipment malfunctioned and ignited accumulated natural gas throughout the facility. His traffic delay accidentally saved him from being killed in a gas explosion at the massage clinic where he had an appointment. 35. One woman missed her book signing event because she couldn't find parking anywhere near the bookstore, spending an hour driving around looking for spaces instead of meeting her favorite author as planned for literary inspiration and personal enjoyment. She was frustrated about downtown parking limitations and disappointed about missing the cultural event, angry about urban planning that prevented her from participating in intellectual activities she valued. The bookstore experienced a structural collapse when renovation work weakened support beams, killing 3 customers and injuring 12 others when part of the building fell during the author's presentation. Her parking problems accidentally saved her life by preventing her from being in the bookstore when part of the building collapsed. 36. A man missed his scheduled medical appointment because his car broke down on the highway, spending 3 hours waiting for roadside assistance instead of getting routine health screening that he had delayed for months due to medical anxiety. He was frustrated about automotive reliability and worried about his health, angry about missing medical care due to transportation problems, and poor vehicle maintenance habits that caused the breakdown. The medical building experienced an active shooter incident during his appointment time, with a gunman killing 2 patients and wounding 6 others in the waiting room where he would have been sitting for his delayed health screening. His car breakdown accidentally saved him from being shot during a medical facility attack that occurred during his scheduled appointment time. 37. One woman missed her yoga retreat because she got severe motion sickness on the bus trip and had to get off early, spending the weekend recovering at a roadside motel instead of participating in the wellness program she had paid for and anticipated. She was disappointed about missing the spiritual experience and angry about wasting money on a retreat she couldn't complete, frustrated by her travel sensitivity that prevented her from participating in self-improvement activities. The yoga retreat center experienced a carbon monoxide leak from faulty heating equipment, hospitalizing all 23 participants and killing 3 elderly students who were overcome by the invisible gas during morning meditation sessions. Her motion sickness and early departure accidentally saved her life by preventing her from being exposed to carbon monoxide poisoning at the yoga retreat. 38. A man missed his scheduled job interview because he spilled coffee on his interview outfit and had to go home to change clothes, arriving at the company too late for his appointment, and potentially missing a career opportunity due to his clumsiness. He was embarrassed about his accident and worried about his professional prospects, angry about his lack of coordination that might have cost him employment opportunities and career advancement. The office building experienced a bomb threat that resulted in an actual explosion, killing 4 people and injuring dozens more when a disgruntled former employee's threat turned into reality during business hours. His coffee spill and clothing change accidentally saved him from being killed in a workplace bombing that occurred during his scheduled interview time. 39. One woman missed her evening dance class because she twisted her ankle walking downstairs, spending the night icing her injury instead of participating in the social dancing she enjoyed for exercise and community connection. She was frustrated about her clumsiness and disappointed about missing physical activity, angry about her poor coordination that prevented her from maintaining her fitness routine and social relationships. The dance studio floor collapsed when structural damage went undetected, killing 1 dancer and injuring 15 others when the wooden floor gave way during a crowded group lesson that she was supposed to attend. Her ankle injury accidentally saved her life by preventing her from being in the dance studio when the floor collapsed during the class. 40. A man missed his mountain biking trip because he couldn't fix a flat tire on his bicycle, spending the day struggling with bike repair instead of riding trails with his cycling group in wilderness areas they had planned to explore. He was frustrated about his mechanical incompetence and disappointed about missing outdoor exercise, angry about his lack of technical skills that prevented him from participating in recreational activities he enjoyed. His cycling group encountered a bear attack on the mountain trail, with one cyclist being killed and two others seriously injured when they inadvertently surprised a protective mother bear with cubs in dense forest vegetation. His tire repair struggles accidentally saved him from a deadly bear encounter that killed one member of his mountain biking group. 41. One woman missed her scheduled hair appointment because she got lost driving to a new salon, spending 2 hours wandering unfamiliar neighborhoods instead of getting the haircut she had planned for a special occasion the following day. She was frustrated about her navigation skills and disappointed about her appearance, angry about her directional incompetence that affected her grooming and self-confidence for important events. The hair salon experienced an electrical fire that started in the wall wiring, killing 2 clients and a stylist when they became trapped by flames that spread rapidly through the small building during business hours. Her navigation problems accidentally saved her life by preventing her from being in the hair salon when an electrical fire killed other customers. 42. A man missed his scheduled camping trip because he couldn't find his sleeping bag and outdoor gear, spending the day searching through storage areas instead of joining friends for a wilderness adventure he had planned for months. He was frustrated about his disorganization and disappointed about missing outdoor experiences, angry about his cluttered living situation that prevented him from participating in recreational activities with his social group. The camping group encountered a flash flood that swept away their campsite, killing 2 campers and injuring 3 others when unexpected rainfall caused rapid water rise in the canyon where they had set up their tents. His gear-searching delay accidentally saved him from drowning in a flash flood that killed members of his camping group. 43. One woman missed her scheduled volunteer shift at an animal shelter because she overslept after staying up late binge-watching television shows, spending the morning dealing with her exhaustion instead of helping care for rescued animals. She felt guilty about her poor time management and disappointed about missing volunteer commitments, angry about her lack of self-discipline that prevented her from supporting charitable causes she believed in. The animal shelter experienced a violent incident when a disturbed individual entered the facility and attacked volunteers, killing 1 worker and injuring 4 others before being subdued by other staff members during the chaos. Her oversleeping accidentally saved her from being attacked during the violent incident at the animal shelter, where she was supposed to volunteer. 44. A man missed his flight to a business conference because he forgot his passport and had to return home to get it, discovering his mistake only when he reached airport security and realized he couldn't travel internationally without proper identification. He was embarrassed about his forgetfulness and worried about business consequences, angry about his poor preparation that caused him to miss professional development opportunities and important meetings. The plane he was supposed to board crashed into the ocean due to mechanical failure, killing all 198 passengers and crew members when both engines failed and the aircraft couldn't maintain altitude over water. His passport forgetfulness accidentally saved his life by preventing him from boarding an international flight that crashed into the ocean. 45. And finally, one woman missed her evening pottery class because she couldn't start her car and had to wait for roadside assistance, spending 3 hours dealing with automotive problems instead of participating in the creative activity she used for stress relief and artistic expression. She was frustrated about car reliability and disappointed about missing artistic instruction, angry about automotive expenses and the creative time she was losing due to transportation problems and poor vehicle maintenance. The pottery studio experienced a gas explosion when kiln equipment malfunctioned and ignited natural gas that had been leaking from damaged pipes, killing 2 students and the instructor when the blast destroyed part of the building. Her car trouble accidentally saved her life by preventing her from being in the pottery studio when a gas explosion killed other students in the class. Sometimes the universe rewards stupidity more than intelligence. These people proved that making the wrong choice at exactly the right moment can be the difference between life and death. The lesson? Maybe being a disaster isn't always a disaster. Subscribe if you want more proof that failing upward is a real survival strategy.